Welcome once again to another edition of The Tracker here on City TV. This time we are talking to Michael Sarpong, plays his football for Young Africans, Yanga, in Tanzania. He's about to give us a sense of what it feels like to play football outside the shores of this country. And when I say outside the shores of this country, a lot of times people think it's Europe. No, it's actually possible to play quality football within the shores of Africa. So he will give us a good sense of what that is all about. And then also his other interests. He keeps up with his fashion. He keeps up with something that looks like modeling. I'm not sure if he's a model yet, but we'll find out all that on this interview right here on The Tracker. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, I'll show you our motivational video for the week, and then we'll get into the conversation with our guests. Welcome back to The Tracker here on City TV. Michael Sarpong is our guest on the show. Mike, it's good to have you on The Tracker.
Thank you, man. Good to see you again.
Nice, nice.
Great.
Now, last time you and I spoke, you were playing for Rayon Sports, and there's a lot to even talk about there, but let's just talk about your holiday season. What have you been up to these holidays?
I'm just like resting a lot, and then trying to like, in between resting and working out, so trying to keep myself active. Fitness has to be on top all the time.
How do you people do that? I mean, I feel like you've been playing football basically the whole year round, and then you come back on holidays. You people probably sleep like 24, 48 hours, and then you start itching to go running, to go to the... What's all that about?
Yeah, so the thing is, our people here back in Ghana, they miss to see us play.
Yeah.
And like we also miss playing in the sun and in the environment and stuff.
Yeah.
So as soon as we get home, we want to go back there and just start playing and to see how like they cheer us, because we miss them also, and they miss us also. So that's how it is.
I mean, aside the football, is there like a way you find to like connect with your community? For instance, like you're talking about Mamprobi and its environments. These are like places you've grown up. Is that your way of connecting with the society again?
I try to donate back to the society sometimes when I'm back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the last time I came, I went to some place in Kaswa.
Okay.
But I'm planning to do back in Mamprobi and Choco.
Okay.
And Kwale as well. And that's gonna be shortly, like soon. I'm gonna look at it too.
Now let's talk about Rayon Sports and your time at Rayon Sports and in Rwanda. You were literally like a cult hero there. The time I found out, the crowd loved you. Why did you leave Rayon Sports?
So actually, I didn't want it to leave, and the club doesn't want me to leave also. But I mean, I think it's our job. As time goes on, I need to like try someone else to like need to move forward in life. So that's how it is. I have to. Another club came for me, and I need to move to that last city too.
Did that have anything to do with the controversy you had with the club? Because I remember the club during the COVID period, there were some discrepancies with the team. They said Michael Sarpong was complaining about promises that had been made to him that had not been fulfilled. Talk to us a little bit about that.
So what happened was like, we were like informed that we'll be giving our monies whilst we are home, because our salaries has been stuck somewhere. We didn't know where it was for like almost 5 or 4 months. So, and then someone like me, I'm a foreigner in that country, and then we are in COVID times. No job is like happening. So, President was supposed to like give us our money, but then instead he went into the media and said that he's already paid us. Meanwhile, he's not paid us. At least speak to the captain or some of us, and then like, oh, I'm trying to like say something in the media. So they asked me, and then I'm like, no. Not being paid. We are still hungry at home. And then he heard that, and then he was so upset.
That's the president of the club.
Yeah, and then he thought I insulted, like I said something bad, but I didn't say anything bad. That was how it happened, actually.
Do you feel like that particular situation sparked like a series of events that eventually led you to exit the club?
I mean, if I'd known, I wouldn't have like spoke that way.
I mean, you were speaking the truth. You hadn't been paid.
Yeah,
If you hadn't been paid, you hadn't been paid.
Right, but I mean, if I know it's because I wanted to leave Rayon Sports with a very clean slate, you know, like cause the way the fans loved me, I loved them, so I didn't want to have any issue with the club at all.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this is how it turned out.
How do you feel like your reputation with the fans or your relationship with the fans went after that incident? Were they still supportive of you? Did they know the truth of the issue, or they felt as if you were a player who had turned your back on them?
Honestly, it didn't change anything. Because after hearing my side of the story, they understood me more. So they actually got mad at the president for him like just letting me go so easily. Instead, he could just calm down and we can solve this thing amicably.
Yep.
But then he was so up, couldn't control, just let me go. So, but the fans still, I mean, in my DMs, they still keep texting me, we want you back, and I talk to them like nice, they still love me, I still love them too.
Talk to me about what you think your legacy with Rayon Sports is, because you spent, what, 2 seasons there?
2 seasons there.
What kind of legacy do you think you left when it was all said and done and you were leaving?
Making it short, I was part of the Players of the Decade. So, I mean...
Rayon Sports Players of the Decade?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm involved. So, thanks to God for that. And then I would say I might be like one of their legends. And I'm so humble too.
That's 2 years only?
Yeah, just 2 years only. Wow. Just by the grace of God.
Wow. Now, in terms of the club itself and the time you spent there, what's your best memory from Rayon Sports?
It was when I beat APR, and then it made us win the trophy for the season. Yeah, that was a last-minute penalty. I scored, and then we were able to like defeat them. We came at the head of the table, and then won the league.
Why was that such a special moment for you?
Because it's a rival, and then I beat them.
I mean, like, how do the fans show you love after a game like that? Just paint a proper picture for us on how that type of situation evolves. I mean, after the game, what happens? Like, you know, in Hearts and Kotoko, they say that if you're a Kotoko player, you win a game against Accra House of Folk, you might probably not buy food for a week. You might probably get somebody dashing you land. Just give us a sense of what sort of appreciation and what the fans are like when you win a big game like that for them.
So right after the game, the fans were giving me monies, like the Rayon Sports fans giving me monies. And then someone also came to my house and said he want to give me a cow.
Wow.
A cow. And then some people, like the whole week, when I go out to eat, I eat for free. People bringing me stuff, food stuff to my house, and then
goats, sheep.
Like I got many stuff, many things. I got plenty things.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, we don't really know what our footballers go through when they leave the shores of Ghana.
Yeah.
What happens when a team like Rayon Sports sign you? Do they, for instance, give you, let's say, accommodation, pay for your accommodation? Do they get somebody to be translating the language for you? Just give me a sense of what the settling down process is like.
Yeah, so mine happened was when I went there, there was a Ghanaian there. So I went to live with him.
Oh, okay.
Because he has a very big house. So I just...
Was he involved in the team, or he was just a Ghanaian living in Rwanda?
He's a player.
Oh, okay.
Was in the same club.
Oh, wow.
And then so like he has a very big house, like 3 bedrooms. So I just wanted me to like join him. So
who is this?
Prosper Donko.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's now playing for Legon City.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went to join him in his apartment, and then we lived together. But the club actually like they give you an apartment. Depends on your contracts. You can even get a car.
Okay.
Or an apartment together. That's how it is.
So did you get like a Rwanda license? Were you driving?
The rules there are very strict. So I didn't drive because I didn't have a license. So I didn't even try at all.
Because you're a foreigner, some things are complicated to get.
Even in their country, their celebrities, when they go against the law, they arrest them. Like they don't joke at all.
Wow.
That's how it is, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
Tell me about wanting, would you want to go back there? Is it a team where, I know you are moving forward in your career, but I mean, let's just put in a situation where, let's say, you fulfilled all your footballing ambitions. Is it a place you would probably want to play for again?
I love to play back in Rwanda, like Rayon Sports.
You definitely want to go back.
Yeah, definitely.
You were telling me about the country itself. Like in Ghana, some people say that we like to overplay the example of Rwanda being a country we can learn from. But you have lived in Rwanda, right? What makes them such a standout from what we do here as a country? What generally are some of the things that stood out for you that we don't do in Ghana that generally makes them better?
It goes up to their governments. They have strict rules, and when you fail to like respect the rules, they come for you straight away. They don't just speak on radio to the presidents anyhow, and they go by their rules. Like we are in a country where when it is like 6 p.m., you see policemen around like in your house, making sure everybody is safe.
Are you kidding me?
For real? Yeah, like 6
Well,
p.m.
like
in the
they come
evening.
knocking on doors?
No,
or?
like they're just walking, they're just strolling,
Okay.
making sure nobody is doing anything bad
There's no
against
armed
anybody.
robbery, nothing?
Yeah.
Wow.
I never heard of armed robbery like the whole of 2 years I was in Rwanda. Never. I never heard of it.
You're kidding me.
Trust me. I never.
So what you're saying that the people have a very amicable, very cordial relationship with law enforcement?
Right, yeah.
Wow.
Like they are so respectful.
And talk to me about the discipline and how clean Rwanda looks. How did they achieve that?
You should be there sometime. Like it's very clean. Because the thing is, they don't have street hawkers.
Okay.
Right. So everything you want to buy, you have to go to a restaurant and buy it. After that, or a hotel to eat. After that, you just live there. So they don't filter the roads like just as we. I'm not saying Ghana is a bad country, but like
No, I mean,
as it is here.
the truth is the truth.
Yeah, right.
The truth
So
is the
I
truth.
mean, they are always like on point.
Wow.
That's what I could say.
Well, looks like you enjoyed your time in
I
Rwanda.
did.
I'm sure Rwandans would love to have Sarpong go back if they have a chance. But
Right.
let's walk through the transfer process to Yanga, right? Now, you hear that you have these issues with your team. How does Yanga get in touch? Is it through an agent? Is it through your coaches? Tell me about how that interest started and how you eventually ended up making that move.
So it was actually my agents who called me one day. I was actually going to Simba.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to Simba?
Simba, yeah.
Wow.
So it was between Simba and Yanga.
Okay.
But then eventually the Simba deal just got down. So I called my agents. What happened? Like,
What's up with the
I did
interest
talking
from the
to
people?
you,
Yeah.
and then he said like, just calm down. I'll call you like in 2 hours. So he called me and was like, man, we are going to Yanga now. I'm like, wow, okay, fine, let's go. So it was my agent who was doing all this movement and stuff.
But did you at any point tell your agent that, you know what, I think my time in Rwanda has come to an end, like we need to move on?
Yeah, I did.
That was your call?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Why? How did you at what point did you feel that, you know what, I think I've done what I can do here and I need to move on?
Yeah, the thing is, when I was going to Rwanda, I was like, I gave myself for like just 6 months to just, do a bit and then I just move on.
Okay.
But when I got there, the club loved me so much and then
It exceeded your expectations?
Yeah, and then I felt the love over there. So I'm like, okay, let me just stay here and then just build myself and stuff. So that's how it happened. But after the 2 years, I told my agents, nah, I want to like try something new, a different place, different stuff, and then.
Talk to me about arriving in Tanzania, because I mean, you're a Ghana boy, and in Ghana, the truth is that despite how big Yanga and Simba are, the average Ghanaian fan does not think football in Tanzania is worth their time of day.
Yeah.
How did you feel about your agent telling you that you are going to Tanzania, you are going to play for Yanga? Like, just give me a sense of what is happening in Michael Sarpong's mind.
I didn't know about Tanzanian football, honestly. I was focusing on, because I had so many offers in Europe, and then some in the Gulf and stuff. But it was during the COVID time, so you can't even travel, you know. So I mean, I've been home for a very long time. I wanted to just play football. So when they told me, I was like, okay, let's go and let's just work there. It's so far as it's work. So let's just go and work there and see how
it
goes. Yeah.
So upon arrival at Yanga, what happens? Are you met by club officials? Are you met by your agent? Walk us through that process.
The fans came at the airport.
Wow.
Large numbers to welcome me. It was one of the best moments in my life in Yanga. Like, I saw the fans and then the club's presidents coming to welcome me at the airport. I felt like so humbled. Like,
you know, like they feel like you are an important part of what they're about to do.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel so great about that.
So I mean, in your first few days, what does the club do with you as a player? Do they spend time introducing you to, let's say, the fans or the system? Talk me through that a bit.
They have a game they play. The first game of the season is called Yanga Day.
Okay.
We played against a club from Burundi.
Okay.
And that was my debut game. And guess what? I scored.
Yeah.
And then you could see that like the stadium was filled.
Yeah.
Like it was filled. You should watch that video, bro. Like everybody, like I was so lucky I scored that day, and I was so happy. So happy.
Give me a sense of how professional Yanga is as a football club. I mean, you have played in the Ghana Premier League before. Yeah. Give me a sense of the difference in terms of professionalism. What stood out for you in terms of how they did their things?
We were given a very nice apartment, like a house, to stay.
That's you and your agent, or just you and the
like
new players that have been brought in?
Everybody.
Okay.
Even though I have my personal house, like my own apartment in town, but the team took us a place far from the city for us to like come there, and like it's a very nice place. You will love it there, and then they are making sure like everything was coming in time. They call you to like ask you, are you okay? Like maybe like you have a bad day, like someone will call you, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? They make sure like we are okay. Like they try to like take care of us like very good.
What are their facilities like as a club? Like, not even I'm going to get to the Tanzanian league in general, but what's Yanga like in terms of facilities as a club? Like, how good are their facilities?
It's better because where we were based, we're like, I said like you are home. There's no pressure on you.
Yeah.
Like where you sleep, there's a pitch there. From your room, go to the field to train. After you go back, there's food there. If you want to eat, fine. When I go to town and eat, that's for you. So
this is I believe this is how it is throughout the season.
Yeah.
So like you are in some place that's like a training sort of complex.
Complex, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now to talk about the league itself, compare for me the Ghana Premier League to the Tanzanian Premier League. Compare the quality for me.
It is one thing I always tell my friends is like football is football, you know. So it depends on the like how the fans understands it. You know what I'm saying? So, but football is football, but the tempo there is a bit higher.
In terms of the pace of their game?
Pace, yeah, than the Ghana Premier League.
In terms of infrastructure generally, would you say that Yanga and Simba are the exception? Or you would say that the league in Tanzania generally has some type of quality that is above ours, in terms of if you are comparing?
I don't want to shade anybody, but
no, like I'm saying, truth is truth.
Truth is truth there.
Truth is truth.
Yeah, like you are saying, like over there is a bit like higher than back in Ghana.
Officiating wise, facilities wise, football quality wise.
Yeah.
Wow, in every step of the way, they are basically ahead of us.
They are ahead of us, but it comes with the individuals. We have more talents here than
they do have in their league.
Yeah, but they understand football like I'm Sarpong, you won't let me go.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So when they're playing against the big clubs, they go like it's like final. But in Ghana, like everybody knows how to play. So like they have the talent, so they take the time to play over there. But over there it's like war. Every game is like war.
Interesting. Talking about war, did you get a chance to play in the game against Simba?
Yeah.
What's that like? What's that like?
No. It's just like a Clásico in Spain.
Wow.
Oh, before the game, a week before the game.
Talk to me about the week before the game. What happens?
We have bodyguards making sure we are okay. Nobody comes from the red side to the yellow and green side. We are protected, like fully protected.
Why is this? Is there a history of, let's say, Simba fans attacking Yanga players
players before the game?
Wow.
Yeah. So my first time, we have like bodyguards protecting us, making sure we are okay. So we don't, like, nobody comes in. And then we are giving extreme treatments than any other day. So like it tells you how we get people like making special food for us the whole week. Like everything is so unique on that particular week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Now, on the day itself, what happens? I mean, is it a full house in terms of the stadium? And then in the game you played in, how did that one end?
Thankfully, I scored I scored a goal.
You scored a goal in the derby?
I scored a derby. And then they equalized at the end. So we drew. But before the game, entering the stadium was packed. Like the stadium was packed.
Was it like a tension-filled game for you? Because, I mean, you see the atmosphere. Obviously, you had seen the treatment that you were given. So in your mind, you know that this is a special encounter. Were you nervous ahead of the game? Were you confident? Just what was your mindset like heading into that game?
I wasn't nervous because, you know what? Because I was supposed to go to Simba.
Okay.
And I'm in Yanga now. Okay. So the mindset was go and score Simba. Let's go and score Simba. Pay them, make them like feel bad that they didn't come for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to score Simba. That's what's on my mind. Let's go and score Simba and come back home. And then I scored too.
Were you given like special adulation by the fans or even your team after scoring against Simba, or it was for them it was just normal?
No, it was like I had a very special thing. Like everybody coming to me, even the fans were just all over the place.
Wow, wow. Just hold your thoughts there for a second. We are talking to Michael Sarpong of Young Africans in Tanzania. We're just getting into the Tanzanian feel, giving us a feel of what their league is like, the quality in their league, and whatnot. There's a lot more I want to ask him about his time in Yanga, and then we'll delve into some other things with regards to his club career and also his personal life. So stay with us here on the tracker. We'll be right back.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and StarTimes box. City TV, it's your world.
Welcome back to the tracker here on City TV. We are speaking to Michael Sarpong of Young Africans. Mike, just to wrap up the conversation on Yanga, and this is a little controversial. I saw something when I was coming that Yanga had suspended you and a couple of other guys for like, what, 2 months? Before they eventually said that you guys are free to join the team. And I think that was close to when you were going to play a big game. I don't know if it was against Simba, but there was a big game coming up.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
I mean, it wasn't true. I didn't see that.
The suspension bit?
Because for me, the latter part of the season, I didn't play because I was injured. I had a low back pain problem. So I didn't play for like 2 months before the season ended. So I didn't know about that.
Talk to me about wanting other Ghanaians to play in Tanzania. You've been there, right?
Yeah.
You've seen the quality, you've seen what goes on in that space. Is it a space you would advise people who play or players that play in Ghana to go play their football, and why?
Yanga is a big club, traditional club. So the moment you get to Yanga, people from everywhere like notice your presence. So they keep their eye on you. So it's market-wise, it sells you, you know. Yeah. So I mean, getting to Yanga is a big platform for you to like expose yourself to the world. So that's the reason why I will make someone go to like be in Yanga for a while.
Would you say the money is good?
I mean, they're making sure we are okay. We are okay over there.
I mean, when you compare how much you make, let's say, as not even, I'm sure because you were a foreign player over there, I'm sure you definitely be remunerated properly. But if you look at, let's say, the average salaries or average remuneration in the Tanzanian league, playing for Yanga or Simba, and you look at what average salary is like in Ghana, how would you say they compare?
I don't know how much they take in Ghana right now, but when I was in Ghana, it was very small compared to now I'm in Tanzania. It's a bit okay for me.
So you would say that the money there is definitely better than here? I mean, as
Better.
compared to from what you know?
Yeah, better than here.
We are hearing that you are possibly thinking about moving away from Yanga. How true is this?
I don't know, but the league is over, and I'm back in Ghana for vacation. So after I'm done, I'll go back to the club.
You go back to Yanga?
Yeah, it's Yanga. So.
But you haven't been contacted by any other clubs?
I mean, I have. I always have contacts from everywhere. Yeah, so I always have contacts from everywhere. But I mean, I still have 2 years with them. So after that, we think of something else.
Talk to me about the loan spells you endured before you went to Yanga. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you went to China first, right? And then you went to Norway. Talk to me about China first and foremost. So, what was that spell like? Was it trials? What was that like?
China was a straight deal.
Okay.
But when I got there, because of the COVID, the team had traveled to Turkey for a training camp.
Okay.
I delayed in Rwanda because they wanted me to play a derby game with them. So the team in China too couldn't wait for me.
Okay.
Because they waited for the extra 3 days and I didn't come. And they left to Turkey.
Wow.
So
how did you feel about that though? I mean, were you strongly interested in joining the team?
I wanted to go to China like ASAP, but the president wanted me to play. And then he asked my tickets, so I didn't have a choice.
Wow.
Yeah. So the moment I got there, and the pandemic also got up, so I need to come back to Ghana, but the team was not around. So I need to come back to Ghana, and then everything got stuck.
Wow. Then talk to me about Norway. So what, after this, your camp put together another spell for you to go to Norway. What team was this?
It was in Grimstad. It's called Jev.
Okay.
There's a Ghanaian player playing the Michael Beju.
I know Michael Beju.
Yeah, he plays in that club.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So how many days of trial was this?
I was there for a month.
A month?
Yeah.
What are they looking at? A whole
No,
month?
like the trials was just like for like a week.
Okay.
After my first game, I passed everything.
Okay.
But the negotiation between my former club and then the club was the problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
In terms of valuation on how much they should let you go
but
for.
the coach, the players, the club, everybody wanted me to stay. But unfortunately, things didn't go well as planned, and then
that move also broke down.
They broke down.
I mean, this must be a very testing period for you because
it really
it's
was.
COVID. You've gone to China, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Norway, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that personally as a player?
I was so down, but mom is there all the time, and then she was trying to talk to me. It happens in life. Trying to use herself as an example for me. How she raised me and what she's been through in life and where she is now. So far as we have life, let's hope for the future. If I'll go there, I'll go. Yeah. So she was encouraging me and talking to me all the time, and so I just kept on going.
Now, obviously, you've come and enjoyed your time in Tanzania with Yanga.
Yeah.
There's another Ghanaian in Tanzania making waves in Bernard Morrison.
We are three there.
You are three Ghanaians?
Lami Moro too, so our Yanga captain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's also Ghanaian?
Yeah, Ghanaian.
Wow.
There's Stephen Say at a different club, also doing great over there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so do you people have like a way of bonding the Ghanaians in Tanzania?
Unless we are playing against each other.
Wow.
Because the country is very huge. They live far from us. So we don't usually meet
you
unless
don't-
we are playing against each other before we talk.
But I mean, when you arrived in the league, did they like welcome you? Did they notice that you had arrived at Yanga, or it took a while?
For Lamin Moro, it's my teammate. It's still my captain.
Yeah.
So he knew about it when I was coming, and then so he welcomed me very well.
How does he go about helping you settle in a situation like that? I mean, obviously he had been there before you. So what kind of advice does he give? What kind of actions does he take to ensure that Michael is like settled in the space?
It taught me about with the money, the language, and places to go and where not to go, and the rules in the club and stuff, because he was able to make me understand very more than the people over there.
Talking about language, that's one thing I always like. I'm interested in speaking to players about.
Yeah.
How do you people go into a place where everybody's speaking a strange language, and then you people still manage to adopt into the system? How's that like?
I mean, when you go and you stay for like 3 months or 4 months, you start getting it gradually, you know? Yeah, that's how it is. But when you get there at the first, you just have to like, just football language. Just go training, play football, but as time goes on.
What language do the Tanzania speak?
Swahili.
Swahili.
Yeah.
So you can speak a little Swahili now?
A little bit.
At least like the one you can use to buy your food in the restaurant.
You know, there's this song, say, Nakupenda. Yeah, it's Swahili language.
Oh, that's Malaika.
Yeah.
That's Swahili.
Nakupenda means I love you.
Oh.
Yeah, but we don't use it too much. I'm just...
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I'll just go to your Bernard Morrison, because like you mentioned, Moro is there, and then Say is there, so then there's Morrison. Morrison seems to be sort of a celebrity figure. Even in Tanzania, he's a huge figure. Look, every time he's up to something, either good or bad, it's always on social media. I mean, what's your relationship like with him?
Like, we vibe normal. We go out together, we meet after games, and then we talk normal. Like, we are like brothers over there.
What's the perception of him in Tanzania by the fans out there?
People are not used to him. Whatever he does, they say, Morrison again. So if you are going somewhere and then they see him, oh, Morrison, and he's a very like free spirit.
Yeah.
He can vibe with anybody.
Yeah.
He still gets, hey, how are you? Come, just give them money.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah. And everybody love him too.
Wow. Wow, Bernard Morrison really has been an interesting figure as far as Tanzanian football is concerned. I really can tell that the fans absolutely love him.
He's a very good player.
Talk to me a bit about national team interest, right? I'm asking this because the World Cup qualifiers are coming. Players have been picked from TP Mazembe in the past, AS Vita in the past, in the person of Razak Abalora.
Yeah.
When you were there, were you ever thinking about the national team and being visible enough for selection? Did that ever like occur to you?
Yeah, I think once when I was in Rwanda, I didn't get a chance. So my aim was to like go to Tanzania and just give it all my best so I can earn a call-up. Yeah, but I mean, I think it can happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it can happen anytime soon.
In terms of the leverage that Yanga has given you, the last, 2 years? Or you played there a year and a half?
A year.
Just a year.
Just a year.
How would you assess your own time there, in that space? How would you say you've done so far in 1 year?
I haven't played many games due to like injuries and stuff, right? But I mean, in the very first days I went there, in the first round of the season, that's when I played most of my games, right? And I gave it all. I did so well. But the second round, I had these little injuries keep coming in, setting in, and just.
Now I'm asking you about the Black Stars bit because I feel like a new crop of Ghanaian players are coming up, and a lot of them are youngsters.
Yeah.
Kudus Mohammed,
Yeah.
Kamaldeen Suleiman, yourself.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the national team being made up of a younger core of guys going forward? How well do you think we can do with the current young core of players we have?
I think we are the future, but among the young ones, there should be like some senior guys who like help us. Like when you're going somewhere with your mother, he has to hold your hand to lead you on the way. has to be some like big men who help us through the way. Yeah, because they've been there and they know much about the game. So them helping us to like know how to stand, move and stuff, they're gonna help us a lot.
I mean, footballers barely talk about their own colleagues, but who is a young Ghanaian footballer that excites you personally currently?
Kudos is doing well.
Kudos?
Yeah.
What about him?
His energy, his passion, his intense, his pace. I like him so much. And this guy too, Majid Ashimeru.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, are you in contact with these guys? Do you people actually keep up as footballers?
Yeah, we vibe on Snapchat and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So looking at what you said, having a young blend and having senior players also in the mix to help you out, do you think we can qualify to the World Cup? Because now the World Cup is a little tougher. You have to go through a group stage and then go to a playoff phase to play one of the top teams from another group. So it obviously means that if Ghana will qualify, Ghana will probably have to run into an Egypt, Nigeria, Mali, Cameroon to be able to qualify. What do you make of our chances looking at our current national team?
I think we have a big chance because these young ones want to prove to the world that we are now coming. This is our time because they want to be at the World Cup. So they are ready to like give it everything at this qualifying season to get there. So I think we have a big chance to get there.
What can you say about CK Akono's leadership as head coach? Because I'm sure you've watched a couple of Black Stars games. Yeah. What can you say about how he's managed the team so far and his leadership of the Black Stars generally?
He's a good man because we worked at Dreams FC.
Oh, you worked with him at Dreams FC before?
Yeah, and with him, we were 4th on the league, our first season.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think it's going to help us a lot.
Talking about Dreams FC, you basically bring me to the Ghana Premier League. So let's talk about football in Ghana.
Yeah.
And talking about football in Ghana, there's no better place to start than a place that you yourself played and enjoyed a lot of success before you moved on. Liberty Professionals.
Yeah.
Now, as a journalist, on the day when Liberty Professionals were relegated, look, I'll tell you this, it was so surreal. I actually didn't believe it had happened. Even though I looked at the table, I knew the game had been played, I watched the game, I didn't believe that Liberty were being relegated. When did you hear the news? Did you hear it when it had just happened? And when you heard it, how did you process it mentally?
So I was talking to a friend about the last game.
Okay.
And then he was like, Charlie, Liberty, cool. Saying, like, of course, saying.
Yeah.
And I say, Charlie, I'm going to lose the game where King Faisal is between them. One is going.
Yeah.
And I say, Liberty will never go. So I was following the last game. Now I was home that day.
Yeah.
Charlie, I saw Liberty like going, Charlie. I was so sad. I was very, very sad. Because Liberty has really, really, really like been there. It's been in the game like over the years.
They've pushed out so many
of us. So many of us up there.
Man, that must be sad.
Very sad.
And I mean, these days, Dreams FC, I mean, also a team you play for, doing really well. What have you made of their rise from Division 1? Because you came with them from Division 1 before you eventually moved on. What have you made of their rise so far and how they've done in their time in the Ghana Premier League?
Yeah, I think they did well in the last season. They are also making sure the players who are doing good gets time to also like travel outside and continue their trade. So I think they are helping the young ones.
Interesting. If you could prescribe some advice for the Ghana Premier League, having played football in Rwanda, having played football in Tanzania, having seen how football is done in those places, what kind of advice can you give us down here as far as the league is concerned?
Let me tell you one thing. When I'm watching our highlights, Charlie, is very poor. Very bad. It's very bad. So that's the first
One of the first things we should be doing.
And our pitches too. The stadiums too.
Yeah.
I was saying we're on super. Yeah.
There's been a lot of crowd violence at Ghana Premier League games lately. I'm sure you played Colts football on some level, played Liberty, so you are not so. It's not a strange thing to you in terms of aggressive football fans, but we seem to be struggling to deal with the problem. Can you probably suggest, say, a solution to that particular issue? I mean, how can we get football fans to understand that you don't need to go beating a referee or beating players after a game? How can we probably come at this crowd problem issue?
It's hard because sometimes I feel the fun, but I was almost so. I need to at least, because we are human beings. Referees are human beings like us. Sometimes they don't see everything.
True.
Sometimes it's like you are driving with me probably now, like why you see that thing. Yeah, so the fans will just at least sometimes because like when you attack the referee, he gets hurt. Who will be there the next game? Do you understand me? At the end of the day, your team gets into trouble.
Yeah.
They'll suspend them from playing their home games or something.
Yeah.
So if they could, like calm down a bit. Sometimes my referees know and like clubs know. It's gonna help us.
Talk to me about your ideal league to play in. What is your dream league to play in?
The EPL.
The EPL?
Yeah.
What team specifically?
Manchester, Arsenal.
You have a Premier League team you support?
Yeah, like Manchester United.
Manchester United.
Yeah.
So I'd say you probably dream of playing for United someday.
Yeah, United. Yeah, sure.
I mean, what is it about the PR? Obviously, the marketing is a big catch for you, but personally, what is it about the PL that excites you so much?
The intensity of the game. They're like how everybody is willing to like beat everybody.
You seem to like intense, hard action football.
Yeah. That's how it is. That's how it is. Goals and camps go like German soccer.
Once we are on the subject of dream leagues, Lionel Messi has made a move out of Barcelona.
Yeah.
Going to play for PSG.
Yeah.
How did you process that information? I mean, I'm sure you've been seeing it on the news. What's your thinking on why you think this is happening, and how do you even feel about the whole thing?
The whole thing, like it feels like being in Messi's shoes. It feels like so privileged to be like recognized by so many people in the world, like cheering you, like making you feel so special. And it comes with his hard work too. He's been working so hard. Yeah. So being in his shoes, like I said, like his hard work has earned him where he's gotten to right now.
It's sort of like motivation on where you can get to when you work hard.
Yeah, like hard work. Yeah.
That's definitely great.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit with your outfits. Where does that motivation come from?
I mean, I just trying to like look good for myself. I love to look good. It doesn't come with anything like be like a model. I just want to look good, you know. But
has it come with calls from agencies? Because I saw you one time on, I don't know if it was a magazine.
Yeah, it was a magazine. Yeah.
What was that?
Murphy. Murphy. I forgot his name. Well, this guy called Nobel.
Okay.
He's Ghanaian.
Okay.
Who was trying to like some few players of us trying to like get us on this magazine.
Okay.
As ambassadors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the experience?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, is it something you've thought about possibly doing, let's say, part-time?
Yeah, I would love to. Like a modeling thing, stuff as time goes on.
So if Vogue magazine call you and say, Michael Sarpong, we want to sign you on as a model, is there a chance that you could abandon football to go and be a full-time model?
Unless football is over.
So wait, you're only going to consider a career in modeling if your football is over?
Yeah. But I mean, I can combine both of them.
Yep, I mean side by side.
African mentality is always...
that you need to stop one thing and do the other.
Yeah, yes, I won't just here. But Charlie.
You think you can do both simultaneously?
Yeah, I can do both, yeah, sure.
Let's get a little personal with Michael Sarpong. Tell us about food, right?
Food.
What food do you like to eat? Were you getting your favorite foods in Rwanda and Tanzania?
No, but I do cook.
What's your favorite food though?
Jollof.
Jollof. Oh, but jollof is everywhere. Jollof is global.
Yeah, but...
Is that jollof in Rwanda and Tanzania?
They have, but it's not like how it's homemade, you know?
You mean they try to do something that looks like jollof?
Yeah, but in Tanzania, they have a jollof called pilau.
Okay.
It's not the same thing as like our homemade jollof.
Okay.
It's a big difference. It tastes different.
Interesting.
It's a Miami jollof for fear, Charlie. Nkasa.
Are you a good cook though?
Yeah, I
The way
try.
you do it in Nkasa there, it makes
I try.
I mean, aside the football, what else do you like to do in terms of, like, when you are away from the game? What do you like to do?
I love to like go out a lot. I love to party, enjoy myself, like, you know, yeah.
Did you get to do a lot of that in Tanzania, or do you get to do a lot of that?
Since I came home, I haven't been out yet, but over there, when I have
Yeah.
3 days, like off days, I try to like go out and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to share with Ghanaians as far as Michael Sarpong is concerned?
I mean, they should keep supporting me because I have a lot coming from me, helping people, and then also my own craft also is out there. So they should keep supporting me, following me everywhere, social media, stuff.
Are you sure we'll see you at Young Africans next season?
Yeah, sure.
You sure about that?
I'm still their player. Check their page. I'm still their player.
Thank you very much, Mike, for
Great,
doing
great.
this with us. Absolutely
Bless-
enjoyed
blessing.
speaking to you. So
Pleasure.
you heard Michael Sarpong telling us about what it is like to live in Rwanda, to live in Tanzania, the Ghanaian players there, his favorite food and whatnot. Full profile of everything he's been up to as an individual. Same time next week on the tracker, you know where to find us. City TV, keep watching.